Hey, it's Joy. I've got big feelings about little things, and I want to talk about it. Oh yeah, I'm mad about it. And the fact that everyone else is not up in arms about it is a big part of the problem. Oh, I bawled my eyes out, like I always do. It was the sweetest thing. Oh, it was the cutest thing. It was the funniest thing. Thanks for being here. Let's go. Hi, friends. How are you? Thank you so much for being here. I'm Joy. Got big feelings about little things. I appreciate you joining me to talk about them. Today, I'm having massive feelings about Christmas stockings. First off, let me say, if you're concerned about the fact that we are talking about something Christmas related, even though it is not the official Christmas season, you need to know about me. Every day is Christmas for me. Now that may be a little dramatic. Every day can be a day that we're planning for Christmas. I will say it like that. It is not, Christmas is special. Every day isn't Christmas, but I do have Christmas on the mind quite a bit. It is my favorite season by a long shot. I love the concept of it. I like to think about it. I like to prepare. I like to plan. I'm not near as good at Christmas as I wish I were, but I still love it and I still strive to do the best I can. So things like this will pop up from time to time. Now, I will say some of these big feelings I'm having were prompted by recently in the past couple months, we did have Mother's Day. And something you need to know about me, especially if you want to get on this train, is I'm a type of person, I'm really usually pretty good friends with my friends, husbands, boyfriends, their significant others. So I'm a person that will I'll be like, hey, just FYI, no pressure here. If you have something planned for Mother's Day, great. I encourage you. I think it's going to go awesome. Love you. But if for some reason you haven't planned anything, if for some reason you forgot, or if for some reason you think, oh, well, the kids are going to make a handmade card, that's plenty, and it ain't, then I'll send a little link. Oh, hey, FYI, wifey has been eyeing these. If you want to buy her one, I know she'll love it and you'll get great brownie points. Here you go. Like I said, I've already said, you don't have to take the advice. I'm just throwing it out there. That way, wifey doesn't have to say it. And you can look like a hero. I mean, I guess I probably shouldn't say all this because then someone's like, now thinking back, hell, is that Lululemon bag that I got? Did Joy text a link of that to my husband? Honestly, yeah, probably I did. I don't need any credit for it, but that's just what I do. But the reason I'm into stockings is because that little Mother's Day link, that's the tip of the iceberg of what happens at Christmas. Now, if you don't celebrate Christmas, let me just give you just a little background on stockings, okay? And everybody does stockings a little bit differently. So I'll tell you about my experiences and then some other ways that I see it done. But just know, if you're listening, maybe I'm not going to touch on the exact way you guys do it, but I probably am close, okay? So stockings, the stockings were hung by the chimney with care? Yeah, I guess that's what a fireplace is. Okay, so it's a giant sock. Zero idea where that came from. Please don't ask. Don't ask any. From here until the end of this podcast, and not this episode, I mean the end of Little Things, Big Feelings, don't ask me the history of anything. I might tell you, chances are I heard it on TikTok or I saw some random documentary sometime, or worse, I think this kind of makes sense to me. So here's what I think is the history. I have no idea what the history of stockings is. I don't know. But you hang it up. You typically put your name on it so you know it's yours. Now, Santa is kind of connected with stockings in the sense that if you're on the naughty list, it's going to put coal in there. I don't know if that's still happening in 2024. We're a little greener than we were back when that song was written. So I don't know if he's still doing that or if it's just some type of representation. Honestly, never been on the naughty list, so I wouldn't know. But that's one of the concepts of it. But we get presents on Christmas wrapped underneath the tree. Some don't have to be wrapped, and they're under the tree so you can get them and play with them, especially if you're a kid. But the stockings is like a separate set of gifts. Now, and every family works out their own situation with Santa. You probably know that, right? If you want Santa to take care of the stockings, he will. But a lot of families like to say, Santa, you can take care of what's under the tree, but the stuff that's in the stockings will take care of that. The family will take care of that. Mom and dad want to give the kids something for Christmas, so you do the presents, you and the elves take care of that part, and then we'll do the stockings, or even vice versa. I don't know. You work out your own situation with Santa. That's how that part works. But typically, a lot of the stocking stuff will be kind of a little bit more personal. It'll be little, like the term stocking stuffers literally means like, oh, these little cute little gifts. When I was growing up, always like little lotions, little lip balms, little cute things like that. A little scent thing for your car. A little, little, because it's got to fit in this giant sock. You're not going to put a grand piano in there. It's got to be small, little. And, as I grew up, it would turn into like, ooh, I want a little something, like a little face mask, cute little socks, something just little cutesy things. Okay. And those, I learned, are usually not wrapped. Last year, I did a live while I was wrapping some stocking stuffers. About half of you kind of panicked. Why are you wrapping these? Well, because as I've already discussed, everybody does their own kind of thing. Well, I just wrap them. I wrap most of them because I still want to unwrap something. And if I get, if me and let's say my sister are going to get the same thing in our stocking, we want to learn at the same time. We want to unwrap it at the same time. I certainly learned that day a lot of people do not wrap their stocking stuffers, that's completely fine. Totally support you. I'm like Santa. How do you want to do it? I support you in that way. But if you want to know how I do it, I'm happy to tell you. Okay? So that's a little background on stockings. Why I'm up in arms about stockings and kind of stay up in arms is most women that I know, particularly if you are a mom, somehow end up with an empty or near empty stocking. Absolutely empty. So everybody sits down, with their hot cocoa or their coffee or whatever. Okay, it's stocking time. And we're pulling out little treats and snacks and this and that and this and that. And then mom's little floppy sock over there has like one orange in it or something. Or, what I learned very early on? Some women, and I'm just saying women because I'm open to the fact that maybe some men have a floppy stocking, but I just haven't heard of it. I have not. They maybe have bought something for themselves to put in there. Because they know this isn't their first rodeo. They know they're going to pick up that sock and it's just going to be flapping in the wind. Not a thing in there. And this is so common That Saturday Night Live did a skit about it a couple of years back, and Kristen Wiig was the mom. And let me tell you something. That's one of the most accurate skits. I posted it on my Instagram for you. They wrote a full rap about it, and it was so painfully accurate. And this came very much to light for me. I'm going to say maybe, but somewhere between like 5 and 10 years ago. Let's say like 7 years ago. This really close girlfriend of mine, very close girlfriend of mine, we were just chit-chatting, and she was saying, it just, like, it's fine. Obviously, Christmas is about the kids and this and that, and I love taking care of them, but my favorite kind of thing is like stocking stuff. Like that, if I could only get one category of gifts, I would love stocking stuff. And it's just sad because I don't get anything. And she's like, I may grab a couple things for myself and throw it in there. And, so I just kept that in mind, and I threw some stuff in her stocking the next year. I grabbed her husband. I was like, hey, I bought this stuff for her stocking. Throw it in there. Well, honey, you would have thought I bought her a new Lexus. She had so much fun. It was such a nice treat, a nice surprise, that the next year, her husband reached out to me and said, hey, any chance you could help me with wifey's stocking this year? And I was like, yeah, happy to. I'm happy to. So, because and I'll be honest, I'll give him a lot of credit. He said, honestly, it just never crossed my mind. It just didn't cross my mind. And once we're there, like maybe I'm looking over like, oh yeah, there's nothing in her stocking, but the math isn't really adding up on that. And I'm definitely not thinking about it, in the weeks following Thanksgiving and the weeks leading up to Christmas. And even if I did remember, I honestly don't know what to get her. And I do think that's a fair one, because especially these little things, I think a lot of them are at least the things I like in there, kind of on the girly side. So I like shopped and everything. And over the years, it's turned into, he will just Venmo me. I really hope she knows this. Right as I'm realizing I'm saying this out loud to literally anyone that wants to hear. I hope she knows this. Okay, if you don't know this, I'm ruining all the mystery. Okay, by the time you're hearing this, I will have spoken to him about this and made sure that she already knows this. But it's just turned into, he just Venmos me, and I take that, and I go shop, and I wrap when I want to wrap, and I don't. And honestly, everybody's happy. He gets credit. I'm happy because my friend's happy. I don't mind that kind of stuff. And she's happy because she gets a stocking. And when I started sending some texts for Mother's Day this year, I was like, you know what I ought to do? I ought to actually turn this Christmas thing into a little side gig. Because I know for a fact she is not this outlier, the only one that doesn't have a Christmas stocking with the floppy sock over here. I should just gather up, like I'll have a low package, right? Here's a $50 package. You get $30 worth of stuff in a stocking and I'll deliver it to you. Or $75 package, you get, $50 worth of stuff in the stocking, and I'll wrap some of it. I'll put, I'll write a nice note on there for you. To my lovely wife, it won't even be that cliche. I'll do something very personal for you. You guys, you can just text me. And as a matter of fact, you know what? You tell your husband, hey, contact her. She'll take care of the stocking. She'll bill you on Venmo. Once you pay that bill, you guys can coordinate, and you'll meet up, and she'll have the stocking stuff ready. And I can have 2 good, decent packages. And if you want anything special, we can work that out as well. I honestly think this is a great business idea. And I'm really hoping by the time you hear this that I have trademarked this, because this is actually genius. We've got to stop this massive, like, it's been going on forever and we're not really making progress. Now, one-on-one, we're making progress. I want bigger progress. And so I'm inviting you into our progress. If you are, God bless you, if you're a man listening to this and you think, you know what, I never thought about it, but my wife's little stocking's just a little floppy sock and I'm not doing anything about it, and we're going to change it for this year. You reach out to me. And if you're the mom with the floppy sock, you tell your partner, you tell your boyfriend, you tell your husband, hey, we're doing something new this year. And let's just give it a whirl. Hey, if you don't like it, if I don't like it, if everybody's not happy, we don't have to do it again. But for 1 year, let's just try it. Let's just try it. See how it goes. Because what if also this could be this? I mean, everybody's trying to get like a little side hustle. This could be mine, at least for the holiday season. Get me a few extra bucks in my pocket to fill my own stocking with. I'm not even doing a joke. Like, I actually think this is a good idea. So I guess really all I have to do is name the business. I think I'm ready. I honestly look forward to you. Orders are open. We have plenty of time. I look forward to doing business with you. Have a great week.
Thanks for listening to Little Things, Big Feelings with Joy Delaney. I'm James, the producer, editor, director, and executive producer. Follow Joy on socials at Joy Delaney Cox on Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok.
Honestly, forget TikTok. I don't even know how to use it anyway.
You don't even know how to use it anyway.
James.
Follow Joy on socials at Joy Delaney Cox on Instagram and Facebook. See you next week.